What is good, YouTube? My name is Pennyboard Tyler. As you can see, it's winter time. I'm out here with gloves on, but I did get a comment from one of my viewers. They asked for a beginner riding tip, and they talked about having issues with balance, talking about getting on your board and then pushing while actually being on your board, and then overall, how do I keep balance as a beginner rider? This video is for you, Meatball Pasta, and every other viewer that has similar balance issues as a beginner riding your penny board. Now, the first thing I do want to talk about is the size of your penny board. This is the 22-inch penny skateboard. This is the smallest board on their lineup. Obviously, this is going to be the worst stability out of every board. If you get the 27-inch, the 32-inch, or the 36-inch, you're going to have a lot more stability as a beginner rider. So number one thing is I'm just going to look at what kind of board are you riding, because that is going to make a difference. Number two, what shoes are you wearing? These are Converse. I like riding in Converse. I also like riding in Sperry's. They're shoes that are basically slip-ons because they have a nice sole bottom. A running shoe or a gym shoe is going to have a lot more cushion in the heel, so that is going to make you more unstable when you actually just stand on your board. So number two, I would look at what kind of shoe you're wearing and try to get a flat shoe. Something like a skate shoe would work perfect. The third step before you even get on the board is making sure you have an area where you can go that number one is safe and number two is flat. Obviously, we're kind of limited because of the snow and ice right here, but right here is pretty flat. Yes, there's ice behind me and in front of me, but you want to make sure that you're a place that it's not like a sidewalk that has a lot of clinks or holes or bricks or anything weird that might hit the wheel, because that number one is going to make you most likely to fall, and you're just going to be having more difficulty trying to balance if you're on an uneven surface. So with all that being said and done, as a general disclaimer, here are some things that can help your stability as a beginner rider. Number one is going to be making sure you feel comfortable on one leg. This is a position where you're going to be in when you push. A lot of times what I see beginner riders do is they transition their weight from one leg to the other leg and then they're back. And so it looks something weird like this. And I'm going to really try to exaggerate this so you can see what I'm talking about. So my weight's in this leg, then this leg, then this leg. When you go one to the one, you're shifting your weight a lot around here. So that's going to make you very unbalanced. What you want to try to do is keep the majority of your weight on the foot that is on the board at all times. So if you are goofy footed like me, you're going to want to have the majority of your weight in your right foot on the board. And then if you're regular, you're going to want to have the majority of your weight on your left foot. And from here, it's kind of like 80-20. I'm going to try to push regular, and you're basically just brushing the floor with this other leg. You're not transitioning your weight and then coming back on. If that in itself is a little too hard, what I would recommend is just practicing being on one leg on your board. You should be able to do this pretty easily for like 30 seconds. You know, if you're feeling like one side is a little worse than the other, you can try it on the other side. I'm naturally goofy, but I did learn regular. So I did learn that there's some difference with that. The other way that you might feel unstable as a beginner rider is your stance on your board. Regardless of your regular or beginner, if you stand like this, you are gonna be so unstable. If you notice, my legs, my feet make a 90-degree angle pretty much. Whee! This is so horrible. Like, I don't want to try it too hard because I feel like I'm going to fall right here. So if you're a beginner rider having an issue with this specific problem, you're going to want to try to get comfortable just riding in a singular line and transitioning that front foot so that you're in the same kind of toes pointed in the same direction. I have a video already explaining that a little bit more in detail, and you can click in the description below. Meatball Pasta, I hope that answered your question. If there's any other things that you can think of that I didn't talk about or that you want me to elaborate more on, please let me know in a comment below. If you yourself are a beginner rider or have just a general question for me, please also comment below and we will answer that in the next video. As always, my name is Pennyboard Tyler. Take care, stay warm, be safe, and do not ride on ice. That's horrible. All right, bye.